Hello, fabulous Sagittarius. Welcome to your horoscope for the month of September 2017. Looking at life and love. I am your astrologer, Nadiya Shah. Thank you for being here. What an amazing month it is. We have got a full moon and a new moon, and you add to this some eclipse activation. Well, it is set to be an important time for you. Let's start with the eclipse activations, because if you remember last month, you might want to watch that video again, because there were certain leaps forward, eclipsing the past, moving into the future. And for you, it reached right to areas of life that are especially important for you. Well, what's happening this month is that early in the month, we will have Mercury move over the eclipse point, actually stand still and move forward right at the eclipse point. And as we move further into the month, Venus will move over that eclipse point. So we can expect further realizations, further events to transpire that move us into alignment with that higher vision, a more faded, more loving vision for our life that is promised with eclipses. And especially when they're total eclipses, when they're powerful eclipses, it makes it that much more important and dramatic a change. So for you, it really is about understanding your place in the world in big ways, in philosophical ways, in literal ways. Again, I covered all that in last month's horoscope, but you can expect more events to transpire that propel you forward and bring about clarity, information on the one hand, and then as we move further into the month, straight up blessings. Let me just say, it is blessing energy that is set to transpire for you. Now, in addition to this, we have a beautiful event playing out here with the full moon and the new moon taking place this month. The full moon that happens in the first part of the month is happening hand in hand with Neptune, making it that much more beautiful, that much more important. And it's happening right at the very foundation of your chart, where it comes to matters of home and understanding home more clearly. So you can expect a change in this particular area, some evolution transpiring in some spiritual sense of what home is for you. Now, we do have Neptune hand in hand with this full moon. So this does suggest a very dreamy energy, a very hopeful energy, almost like a miraculous energy for some people out there. So as I look at this, this speaks to where it is that you live, like the actual physical structure, like buying, selling, moving can be covered with this. New roommates can be covered with this. And in addition to that, this has to do with your relationship with your family of origin, in particular your parents. So there's a strong energy here of forgiveness all around where it comes to your past, where it comes to understanding your parents in particular. But there's also a lot of hopeful energy here as well, which I'm very excited about. But here's the thing, it's Neptune at the end of the day. And you know, you've had Saturn in your sign for the better part of the last 2.5 years, really. And having Saturn in your sign has given you a sense of the reality of a situation, the responsibilities that you may have, understanding something about how manifestation and reality can be a little bit different than the hopes and the wishes and the dreams that may be there. So we tend to need both. We need Neptune because it gives us faith, it gives us hope to move forward, but we need Saturn as well because Saturn helps us to ground the energy to make sure that we manifest those wonderful things that we're dreaming about. And Saturn is going to kick in at the new moon in the later part of the month. And that new moon is happening at the very top of your sky where it comes to matters of your career. Brand new beginnings become possible here. But going back to, I'll get back to that new moon in a moment. Going back to that full moon, here's the thing. It could be an opportunity to buy or sell or move shows up. Could be a new roommate that shows up. It could be developments around your parents or around your family of origin that show up as well. But at the end of the day, because the energy is so dreamy, it leads me to suggest that you may need a little bit of time to really understand what it means and how you're going to use this energy. So I just want you to be mindful of that if you're considering any kind of major changes, that all may not be as it appears on the surface. You may need a little bit of time to work out all the details, and they will show up for you as we move towards the second part of the month. That is when actual details can be sorted out. That's when you'll know exactly what it is that's going on. So if you want to move, of course you can move. But just know that where you end up may not necessarily be exactly what you think it is on the surface. The place might be different. The roommate might end up a little bit different as well. Actually getting out of your lease may be another thing as well. And how you're going to manage that work and career and home and family balance may need a little bit of time to work out as well. So keep that in mind. But for all that, if you are going to use this energy, for example, in love, let's talk about love. When it comes to matters of love, if you are in an established bond, this can be beautiful energy for nurturing the bond you have with this person that you live with. Closing the door, creating a sacred space for the two of you, and nurturing a sense of a spiritual connection between the two of you becomes very high at the time of this full moon. If you are open to meeting someone new, this can be a very hopeful energy that has to do with someone from the past or reconnecting with someone from the past. But remember, all may not be as it seems. And again, you may need a little bit of time to let that reality and a more balanced perspective to take hold. It is once we get to the later part of the month that we have the new moon taking place. And as I said, that new moon is speaking with Saturn in your sign. So there's going to be a little bit of a reality check where it comes to your understanding of what you want to do with your career. And it could very well show up in an interview situation or an audition situation where you get a grasp of what is actually required, what you've actually done, and what it is that you're hoping to do. And this should be absolutely welcome. There will be some people out there who experience this energy more in alignment with their sense of their life purpose and what it is that they are wanting to do in a higher sense. So if you're on the career track or not, this will give you a sense of direction and of purpose. But keep in mind with this, that again, because Saturn is speaking, it is possible that you're not seeing things optimistically enough. So it's really important to be loving, to be kind, to be gentle to yourself so that you can continue to move yourself in a direction that allows you to live that more optimistic future. But this can also show you where the sacrifices need to be made to more fully align yourself with that sense of higher vision for your life. What I love about this month for you is that big blessings continue. Big opportunities to be out in the world continue from last month and carried forward now. And at the same time, there is something about the ground on which you stand that gets filled with faith, and something about the direction you're going in that gets a lot more solid. Some of that solidness may show up in ways that aren't the most comfortable. Small percentage out there may experience this, not necessarily in the most comfortable way, but it is a needed way, because ultimately this will set your path that much more clearer in the direction that you truly do desire to go. Well, thank you so much for watching. I'm so grateful for it. You can get a video like this every week, and also special horoscopes like the Jupiter special horoscopes, which are live right now on my website, nadiyashah.com or astrofabulous.com. Sign up to become one of my superstars and get instant access to expanded video scopes each week and even beyond with the special horoscopes as well. I look forward to meeting you in the superstar space. Thank you again for watching. It'll be a great month. Enjoy.